We're raising some questions tonight about the cleanup from the blizzard of 2011. The city spent millions of dollars to bring in private contractors to help clear all that snow, but we found lots of city equipment sitting unused. Dane Placco now with a Fox Chicago News investigation.
And why these trucks, which do look like brand new trucks, were sitting when wards like mine didn't have enough trucks.
Alderman Sandy Jackson reacting to video showing city trucks and other snow fighting equipment sitting unused, while private contractors get a blizzard of dollars to clean up after Chicago's historic snow. We showed our pictures to a handful of Chicago aldermen. The reactions varied, but all say it raises questions.
Why are you spending money letting these things either rust or collect dust and not putting drivers in an emergency situation?
It suggests to me that we need to really find out why those trucks aren't being used. The most obvious answer might be that there aren't the people to drive them.
Acting on a tip from city workers, we visited 3 water department and streets and sanitation yards last Thursday. Here on the west side, some of the trucks looked as though they hadn't even been moved since the storm, their windows and cabs still covered with snow. On the south side, we saw more city equipment sitting empty, including a front-end loader with a snowdrift in its bucket. Yet on the very same day, we watched as private contractors throughout the city used their own front-end loaders and trucks to clear snow from streets and alleys, then dump it in city-owned yards. According to the Sun-Times, the city awarded emergency snow removal contracts to 32 private companies at $250,000 apiece. That's a price tag of at least $8 million.
Does this tell you that either the city has too many trucks or too few workers to put in them?
You should have a good balance, and this looks like there might be dozens of trucks out there that aren't being utilized, and the balance isn't working out.
In a statement, a spokesman for Streets and Sanitation says the city coordinated closely between departments to utilize as much existing city equipment as possible. But given the extraordinary amount of work that needed to be done, once all city drivers were engaged, it became necessary to supplement the city's workforce with private companies that provided equipment and drivers. Alderman Jackson, who's been highly critical of the city's snow removal efforts, is calling on the city's Inspector General to take a look.
We need a full-blown investigation from top to bottom. We need to know why trucks like this were sitting in a parking lot.
It's not just city-owned equipment we found in mothballs. City workers also tell us there are leased trucks and equipment in some city yards that never moved. Now, most aldermen we talked to were generally pleased with the snow removal in their wards, given the challenges of this massive storm, but they do want to scrutinize those bills when they start rolling in.
So